Hi fantasy managers, welcome to our team selection video for game week 2. We're going to go through the players we're going to look to select on our side, captaincy options, any transfer plans. We'll go through all of that stuff. So make sure you like the video, hit subscribe. In the meantime, let's have a look. This is going to be my side leading into game week 2 then. Ramsdale will keep his place in goal. Ward got it for the last match. Ramsdale's pretty much a set and forget for me. I know a lot of people moved off Ramsdale. Not really interested. His fixtures look good. Arsenal look good. I'm pretty happy. He picked up a clean sheet last time. They're expected to concede in that game, Palace, according to the stats. But I think they look pretty solid. At home to Leicester, not necessarily hugely hopeful of a clean sheet. But I think over the next 3 games after that, their fixtures look good. Arsenal look nice. I'm happy with Ramsdale for 5 million. Wouldn't mind going to Mendy now, but I'm not going to waste a transfer doing that. In defence, Reece James. I thought Chelsea looked pretty solid. It was against a bit of blunt, toothless Everton attack, have to say. Going forward, wasn't one of his perhaps greatest games, but he got the job done. 7 points. If he picks that against Tottenham, I'll be more than happy. A lot of defenders blanking in terms of points then, particularly Liverpool, Tottenham. Cancelo got the clean sheet, but his attacking threat wasn't too high either. I'm not expecting it to last though. James, his stats longer term look really nice. 0.23 goal threat. I'm expecting more from him over the next few game weeks. Will be tough against Tottenham. If he picks up a clean sheet, I'll be absolutely thrilled. Any attacking turn's real bonus. In defence, Robertson then, I don't think I've seen an XG of 0.00 before. Absolutely offering nothing going forward. But longer term, we know that cannot last. Decent fixtures for Robertson, 7 million. Absolutely happy to own him. Got no problems with him. Even Trent only returned a 0.02 expected goal involvement. Nowhere near the likes of Zinchenko, but one game I could easily move across to Zinchenko. I'm going to roll a transfer. I'm going to look longer term. Nothing's changed in 1 week for me. Robertson keeps his place. And alongside him, then we will have Dalot. Attacking wise, he looked pretty decent, I thought. Could have easily been given an assist. Probably rightly not in the end. But 0.52 is a decent attacking return. 4.5 million. There are other options. But again, 1 week in, I'm not going to move him across. Man U's defence doesn't look great, I have to say. Away at Brentford, we'll have to wait and see. He could be taken out and then player off my bench, which we'll talk about later on, could come in. I'm going to stick with Dalot for now. I think he's got that position nailed. We'll see. Is there a reaction from Man United after the Brighton game? And the final defender then that I've got, Walker. Again, not much going forward, strangely, because he was playing pretty much as a central midfielder. Those fullbacks were so far tucked in for Man City. And those fixtures look great. 5 million, even if he offers no attack and return. 5 million is just such a cheap way into the best defence in this division. I'm happy. I'm happy to have Walker. He's a set and forget for me for the long term. Midfield then, Bailey. Loads of people jumping off Bailey, it seems. Didn't offer much. Villa had a bit of a mare against Bournemouth. Fixtures at home to Everton and Palace coming up. 5 million. And compared to some of the top players, yes, Salah, look at that. Great 0.93. Son, De Bruyne, all offering good figures. But they are premium options. Can't really compare Bailey to that. The pick of the players around his price point. Harrison had a really good game. It's only 1 game though. We'll wait and see how that pans out. Lerma, De Silva off the bench. No one else around his price point really performing. So for 5 million, I'm prepared to just wait and see for a game. Again, we'll see after Everton and Palace. Is he offering, can he get me any returns? If he doesn't, we'll have a look at see what other options there are. But for the time being, nothing's really changed 1 week. I'm happy. I'm looking for a Villa reaction at home to Everton. Bailey keeps his place for me. He had a good pre-season. I haven't lost the faith in him just yet. The next one, he's one of my premiums. So Sterling looked good. XGI, pretty decent. 3 shots in around the box. In fact, Werner's left. Does that just increases his minutes? Not that I think they were under jeopardy anyway. Maybe pushes him further forward. He just looked really hungry. His stats are so good and so consistent. He's up there with the rest of them. Just didn't actually return anything. I really like Sterling. I've got no concerns about him at the moment. If he blanks after 3 or 4 weeks, then maybe I'll consider it. But right now, no, nothing's changed 1 week. I know it's a difficult game against Tottenham. We'll wait and see for Sterling. Happy still to own him. Salah, not even considering talking about him. We know how good he was. He delivered as captain in game week 1. Let's just move on from Salah. He's a set and forget. Nothing to see here. And in Saka, yes, the temptation is to move to Martinelli. Passing the eye test, Martinelli looked every bit as good and as threatening as Saka. He obviously got the goal as well, but Saka picked up the assist, not far behind, and he's on pens. One game, one swallow doesn't make a summer, does it? I'm happy to keep Saka at 8 million. I still think he will outscore Martinelli over the course of the season. I'm happy to keep him. He looked decent enough to me. Could have been more of a threat, but I think that was a difficult game where it passed. That Arsenal just looked pretty comfortable, and I have to say. So for me, Saka stays. No knee-jerk reaction. We'll wait and see. If Martinelli looks a better option over the next 2 or 3, I risk losing out on it. Yes, possibly, but I'd rather make the right decision at the moment. 8 million, I'm still happy to pay over more than Martinelli. He stays in. And on that thought as well, people moving out Jesus, not a chance for me. He stays in there. Good fixtures. Shots, didn't get as many as I like, but he looks so sharp. I'm surprised XGI wasn't higher than that. Only 2 points. I think he looks brilliant. I absolutely no thought in my mind of getting rid of him. He absolutely stays. Haaland came clearly outscoring him, but around his price point of 8 million, you could go for someone like a Wilson, a Bamford, have the same. I'm not. I'm happy. Those fixtures for Arsenal look really good. He's up front. He's nailed. Yeah, I'm just keeping him. And my last place was a worry. Kane had a much better fixture. Haaland had a difficult game, but wow, he came through with flying colours, and his fixtures look great. So I'm glad I haven't got the issue of moving from Kane to Haaland, the price points, all that. That decision's paid off. Brilliant. He just stays. Not even going to have a discussion about Haaland. He's absolutely there. He's been brilliant so far. I can see him getting a haul against Bournemouth and some great fixtures. Really pleased that he's in my side. Let's take a look at my bench then. In this order, I've got Ward. He played last week, didn't really do it for me, so he's on the bench. Ramsdale at home to Leicester, much better fixture, I think. Andreas, he comes on as first sub. There is an argument I could potentially drop Dalot for Andreas or Bailey. I think at the moment, away at Wolves, Andreas, I'm just not sure about Fulham. Great result last week, but I'm going to go Dalot. Possibility of a clean sheet at Brentford. Looks quite good attacking. And Bailey, home to Everton, I just think might see a reaction from Villa. So for me, those two get the nod over Andreas. But otherwise, that makes up my bench. This is how the side would line up then. I'm on 66 points, half decent start to the season. A lot of green fixtures, a lot of home fixtures. In fact, Crockett only just noticed are all at home, so that's pretty decent. I'm really happy with that side. Captaincy, it's a toss-up between Salah and Haaland for me. I'm going to go Haaland. I'm not going to sort of entertain lots of differentials at this stage of the season. I'm just going to do what I think is the right thing to do. Who's going to score the most points? I think Haaland's going to get the most points. So he, for me, gets a captain armband. I've got some really good fixtures. I've not setting myself a target. I just looking for maybe clean sheets from James Robinson would be lovely. And really, I suppose one big hope above everything else is my biggest premium. That's a bit of a differential, a bit of worry, I suppose, is Sterling. So some return from him would be really nice. And then also Saka outperforming instead of Martinelli would be reassuring as well. But otherwise, that is my side, guys, for Game Week 2. That's all for this one then, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know who is going to be your captain for Game Week 2. Which transfers have you brought in, if any? Love to hear from you. Put the comments below. In the meantime, don't forget to hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. And good luck with your Game Week 2. Speak to you soon.